All right, so this week in Pax Day, we got a surprise plot wipe that occurred, as well as we got some new information on new ways that we're going to be able to play Pax Day in the future, as well as there's currently a sale going on for the winter Steam sale where Pax Day is discounted. And then we also got some more teasers about the next update that is going to be coming, where we will get more information in early January, but it looks like this update will drop in January at some point in time. And that update is the one that we've been anticipating, the one that's actually going to give value to the gold that we just got with the Verse 2 Market Square update, and that is Miracles and Grace. And we're going to talk about all of that and a whole lot more. So hello and welcome to all of you amazingly professional consumers of Pax Day and Pax Day related content out there. I'm Altari, the Professional Gamer, and this is another episode of the PAX Friday Review, the show where we talk about all the fun, interesting, new, and exciting information that has dropped for PAX Day over the last week. Before we can get to any of that, though, the holidays are just around the corner, and the Golden Company, which is the clan that I'm a part of, and the Golden City as a whole is throwing a little bit of a Yuletide gathering, and all of you are invited. This is going to be located inside the Golden City in-game on December the 22nd. The event starts at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are located in Aris on the Nix server, that is the USRP server on PAX Day. All of you are invited if you are watching this. It's going to be a fun gathering. I think we have a gift exchange. We're probably going to go on some kind of dungeon run. And we also have a commemoration of the Basilica of the First Redeemer, something that I have been working on tirelessly for the better half of a month now. And it is going to be a very cool sight to see, I promise. In fact, you probably can see it behind me, or at least part of it in the background or playing at some point. But with that being said, I just wanted to make sure everyone was invited, because this is going to be quite the fun event, a nice little thing to celebrate the holidays before the holidays get crazy. Now, with that, let's get into some of the information that has dropped for this week. Like I said, there was a plot wipe that happened where some of the inactive plots have been cleaned up. This was done before the holidays so that if there were any problems, the devs would be able to address them. We got a small update that fixed a couple of problems, and then we got a teaser for the next update, which is Grace and Miracles. So we'll talk about that a little bit, as well as some new ways to be able to play PAX Day coming in the near future as well. So let's head over to the official Discord, where we'll read up on all of the things that are coming for PAX Day. I'll see you over there. All right, I just, for some reason, keep on saying we're going to the official Discord when really we're going to the official website, playpaxday.com. But here is the update that we got for this week. Happy holidays from PAX Day, and some exciting bonus info as well. So with the holidays coming around, they just wanted to once again say thanks to all of us for being along for this ride. And we did get 2 screen grabs here talking about Grace and Miracles. So for those who maybe haven't played or been staying in touch with a lot of the updates that have been happening, Grace is kind of a new currency that you will be able to get in game. And the way that you get it is by doing an activity or an action called tithing, where you transfer gold, which is a new currency that you can get in game. It's not a physical currency. It's just a unlootable currency that exists on your player's inventory or in a box of your choosing. And you exchange the gold through this process of tithing to get a different resource called Grace. Now, you can use Grace to perform something called Miracles, and they still haven't shown us the extra tab here that says General. I'm not sure if you can see that on your screen, but I can definitely see it here. Maybe if we zoom in a bit, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. But as you can see right here, it says Crafting, Gathering, and General. So we hypothesized on this, I think, in last PAX Friday review, but this is just the same that we saw from the video that was taken for the Market Stalls verse 2 update. And you can see that it shows gathering and crafting. It looks like the gathering is going to just give you more resources when you gather them, so it's going to make you more efficient. Whereas the crafting, it's either going to be giving you more experience, it looks like, or it might be giving you like a higher skill level or an inspiration in the crafting discipline. So maybe you can craft at a higher level than what your actual level is, which would probably also help with leveling things up because you're crafting more difficult items and get better XP for it. But we still haven't seen what the general tab is going to be here. We know that there's going to be the teleportation miracle, so I would expect that exists in the general tab as well. But there's got to be other options there too. It couldn't just be the teleportation, or maybe it is, but we still haven't seen that, so we're waiting on that. Now, other updates that were given for this week as well is that Pax Dei is going over to the Epic Game Store. I guess people are excited about that. I've never used the Epic Game Store before in my life. I am a Steam homie. But then another option here is GeForce Now. So this is actually a big one because that means that you will be able to like stream basically Pax Dei using GeForce Now. So that is actually a major improvement for some people who are utilizing that platform. And I'm excited to see what feedback those who use it get. And maybe we'll try and cover some of that on this channel as well. And then last but certainly not least, the Steam Winter Sale is currently happening and you get 35% off the Journeyman Founders Pack. And I think there's also some discounts on upgrading the Journeyman's pack, which is kind of the base package where you get one plot and you can go up to the Artisan or the, I think it's Master slot, where you get 2 or 4 plots total. And I think there's a discount on that too. And that goes all the way through January 2nd. But nevertheless, they said that they are continuing their development process. They are hoping for in the month of January that we are going to be getting the Grace and Miracles. They've all but confirmed that that's what's going to be coming in the next update and that they will share more in the new year. But then they also teased a little bit that those are all the surprises that they can unveil for now. Rest assured, we've got even more surprises in our secret stash waiting to be revealed, so stay tuned. There are a couple of important dates that are coming up for Pax Dei. We're getting pretty close in the month of February to our, I think, 2-year anniversary of when the game was actually announced, which also means we're almost at the 2-year anniversary of when this channel officially launched and started covering Pax Dei. So it's kind of 2 great milestones, both for the channel as well as for the game. I think that means that we might be getting a pretty solid announcement around that time as well for something that we can expect maybe in the springtime. Maybe there's just a full-blown update that comes as well. I know a lot of people are asking for horses. I know that knighthoods are something that's on the docket. And for those who are wondering, knighthoods are the PvP style of gameplay that you'll be able to opt into in Pax Dei. And there's a whole lot of other changes. Now, clearly, a lot of people have wanted the PvP to come in sooner rather than later. However, I think Mainframe's made the right choice in holding off on that while still trying to solidify a lot of their combat mechanics to make sure that the combat works. And that's still very much so a work in progress. I'd say we would need to expect that a little bit later down the line in terms of knighthoods, but at least we're getting Grace. We're probably going to be getting an extension of Grace in the forms of like parishes in the religious system at some point in the near future as well. And the future is looking bright. We actually are going to be coming out with a year in review and what we expect to see in the next year video for the end of 2024. So if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you can get notified when we come out with that. That is probably one of the only videos that you'll find on this channel where we get extremely speculative, and that's my version of extremely speculative, which is probably not speculative to most. But that's where we're going to look into the future and see what the potential next year has in store for us. I'm very much so looking forward to that video, and I know many of you will as well. But that is pretty much all that we had in terms of news for this week. Now, we did have a surprise plot wipe occur, and this was for inactive plots. And it's very similar to the plot wipe that we had in the original opening of early access with the proving grounds in verse 1. And pretty much for those of you who are affected, if you didn't have about like 20 items on your plot for the most part, or a couple of crafters or a couple of chests, or you haven't logged in a certain amount of time, then you should be fine. Like, as long as you didn't fill out a qualifier for a bunch of things. But the plot wipe already happened, so there's nothing that you can really do to avoid it. If that plot wipe did occur, the stuff that was on your plot, I'm pretty sure got moved back to your redemption queue if you press L, and you have the plots back. So it's not like you've lost anything if you accidentally let it expire. You'd really not have much on the plot to begin with if it did expire, by the definition of how it could. So if you log in, maybe as you're on during a winter break and you're like, wait, where the heck did my plot go? Just rest assured, it's not a bug. It literally was just, this was a way for them to clear up some extra plots, or what I would imagine was the influx of players that they're expecting to come from the Steam Winter Sale, as well as the eventual opening up of the floodgates on the Epic Games Store, which we will see most likely an influx of players. That's all that we have for this week. Next week, we will still be back on the 27th for another PAX Friday review. That will be the year in review as well, because it will be the last PAX Friday of 2024. So that is going to be a very fun episode. You don't want to forget it. So please don't forget to hit that notification bell, subscribe. If you like this video, do please also hit that like button while you're down there, and share with any of your friends who might be interested in learning more about PAX Day, or at least staying up to date. That is all that we cover on this channel. In fact, you can see a screenshot over here somewhere that literally, that's all I play. Yeah, that's all I've played in the year. Steam kind of shamed me on that one, 98%, yikes. But nevertheless, I hope you have a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas if you celebrate it, and I will see you on the flip side of the holidays, probably a couple pounds heavier with some nice prime ribs stuffed down my gullet. But with that, I will leave you, and until next time, I'm Altari the Professional Gamer.